Sorry, bud. Sacrifice always wins. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. We're going mono black again. Why? Because I love mono black. I have to stop myself from playing mono black every single game. I gotta do other colors, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, maybe I should do this. I did a mono red. I can see, guys, you don't want to see any more mono red. You want me to call upon the dark, villainous powers and destroy our opponents. So, you know what? Give the people what they want, man. I have built a very, very effective mono black deck. Not mono red. Forget mono red. Mono black deck. This is a sacrifice deck. A sacrifice. I call it sacrifice because I'm edgy. So I put an X in it to make it extra edgy. Also, I already had a deck called Sacrifice, and it was like, deck cannot have the same name, so I had to change it. So I put an X in it. Also because I'm edgy. Sacrifice. So this is a very, very destructive enchantment deck. It will really, really wreck things. It is very well done. I'm very proud of it. Don't want to hype it too much in case it horribly underperforms tonight, but either way, I think it's a very effective deck. So, of course, before we get going with our breakdown, I will ask you, as I always do, to tenderly hit that like button, gently caress that subscribe button. Because if you don't, the like and subscribe will come after you. The villain army is growing. Why aren't you a part yet? That's the real question you need to ask yourself. You also need to ask yourself why you're not on our Twitch. Twitch.tv/ThatVillainJ every single night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. We would love to have you there. Additionally, if you just can't get enough villainy in your life, join our Discord, and as always, all of the links will be in the description. So, sacrifice. Companion is there, that's because Lurrus is in it. But anyways, Hateful Eidolon. We're going to be using a lot of enchantments in this deck. A lot of enchantments. 1/2 lifelink 1-drop, which is already pretty good. Counts as an enchantment, and whenever an enchanted creature dies, draw a card for each aura you control that was attached to it. So, this doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be attached to one of your cards. It can be any. We're going to be attaching a lot of enchantments to other people's cards. This one you might remember from a few days ago. If you haven't checked out the Zombies video, check her out. She is much better suited for this one because there's tons of enchantments with this. At the beginning of your end step, Aphemia the Cacophony, 2-drop. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile an enchantment card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie token. We're going to have lots of opportunities to create zombies tokens. It's also an enchantment, which means that we can get rid of it. Mire's Grasp. Target creature gets -3/-3. Now, the reason that this is so powerful is this will bust right through invulnerability. Having a 0 toughness is invulnerability does not stab that. If you have a 0 toughness, you are dead. Period. You're gone. So, very important, interesting one to hit with. It is also an enchantment. Tymaret. Look, 2 black, and he's also an enchantment. His toughness is equal to your devotion of black, which will be moderate. You can exile target cards from your graveyards, a little bit of graveyard hate. You gain 1 life for each exile creature card, a little bit of life gain too. Now here's the card that I don't know why people aren't talking about this one. This is an amazing common card. Probably, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is probably the best common card in Kaldheim. I said it. Quote me. Withercrown. Enchant creature for 2, 1 black, 1 regular. Enchantment aura. Enchanted creature has a base power of 0, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life unless you sacrifice it. If you're not running enchantment removal, this is the death of your creatures. You're either going to take damage with a useless card, or you're going to sacrifice it. It's almost worse than a kill card because it neutralizes cards in such a horrid way that it gets in people's heads, because people think, well, maybe I'll keep it on the board, I can have it, I gotta sacrifice it. Nobody wants to willingly give away their creatures. This forces them to. So absolutely a very good card, and it's an enchantment. Love this one. We're going to add some even more tricks to it in a minute. I'm going to show you how. Call the Death Dweller. Do we need 3? Yeah, maybe not. We're going to see about that. We might go down to 2, but definitely with as many cheap creatures as we have, even 3 drops here, we'd love to have 3 just to bring out stuff and give them Death Touch and Menace. Demon's Disciple. Enters the battlefield. Each player sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker. Make people sacrifice things left and right. Make them sacrifice everything. That's the idea. Inevitable End. Enchant creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. So this one is an interesting one, because if you get this out, they don't have to sacrifice the creature you put it on, but they have to sacrifice a creature. So they can keep sacrificing other creatures to get rid of this card if you put it on their big boy. Then you can hit the big creature with Withercrown next turn, and then they've lost people to all kinds of stuff. But you might be wondering, I'm seeing a theme here. The theme is sacrifice. Dark sacrifice. Why? Why are you doing this, Jay? Why are you forcing people using dark magic to sacrifice their beloved creatures to you? You're going to see in a second. Nighthawk Scavenger, an absolute brute, especially if you're stacking their graveyard. Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink. Power is at least 1, but it's going to go up the more stuff you stack their graveyard with. Tymaret Calls the Dead. Mill 3 cards, then exile a creature or enchantment from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie token creature. You gain X life. You gain X life and scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. I'm sorry, I missed some cards, so let's going to go back before we get to it. We do have Archfiend's Vessel. We do have Archfiend's Vessel here, which of course is a 1/1 1-drop. And this will always come back from the dead as something extremely powerful. And we also have Dead Weight for a cheaper negative goner. So I skipped over those two. We're going back to look at them. So we can always bring him back with with Call the Death Dweller, and Dead Weight is, of course, a cheaper enchantment version of Mire's Grasp. Okay, so now, that being said, all these cheap black creatures in enchantment, we have Lurrus. Lurrus of the Dream Dead. Very powerful card. He is definitely worth the rares, guys. We're not going to make him our companion. We're going to try to hard cast him. During each of your turns, you may cast 1 permanent spell, so not just a creature, but an enchantment, which is a permanent, from your spell with converted mana cost of 2 or less. So that is everything below this line. Withercrown to here. All that can be cast from your graveyard. That is a lot of options. Archfiend's Vessel comes back as a giant demon. Hateful Eidolon comes back. Mire's Grasp, Withercrown, all these things can come back immediately with Lurrus. So he is a very, very dangerous guy to have. And guess what? If they kill Lurrus, that's why we have these Call the Death Dwellers. Let's just bring Lurrus back too. We can always do that. Now we have Rankle, Master of Pranks. What can he do? Well, he's a hasting black guy, black creature, fairy rogue, flying, 3/3. Whenever Rankle, Master of Pranks, deals combat damage to a player, choose any number of these. Discard a card, lose 1 and draw a card, and each player sacrifice a creature. Discarding and sacrificing a creature. You seeing all this sacrifice here? You're starting to get a theme here. I'm going to show you why in a second. Don't worry. Why do we want that? Well, it's very punishing if they only have a few creature. And it's also discarding. Very good. A little bit expensive, but that's why we have her. Tergrid. This gorgeous red-headed woman here. A legendary creature, a god. And we have her lovely lantern. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a creature or a non-land permanent. Sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. Then you can pay to untap it. You can keep playing this. You usually play it 2 a turn if you have the mana available. So they keep having to sacrifice creatures. They keep having to pay life as a punishment for keeping board state. Now the god version, this lovely woman here, is a 4/5 menace 5-drop, but whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from the graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. All this sacrifice is leading up to having Tergrid and having Tergrid's Lantern out. We want to have things sacrificed, and we want to have things discarded. I focused on the sacrificing right now as opposed to the discarding. Rankle does have the discard ability, which you can actually get a 2 for. If you have Tergrid out, Rankle can actually get 2 things out at once. But all this sacrifice, all this death that we're putting on these guys, is basically so we can steal everything they have in a dark sacrifice situation. 24 swamps. I'm actually running 62 cards in this deck, which is unusual. I found a very nice balance, and I wanted to have at least 3 Tergrids in it. 4, I think, is a little bit overkill because I want to get the Lantern and her out. If you can get both out, is it exceptionally powerful? That's why I'm saying if you want to drop a Call of the Death Dweller and drop a swamp to get it right down to a slim 60, you certainly can. We might do that later. If you want to throw in some cheap discards like Duress or Skull Raid, Skull Raid's a little expensive, but if you foretell it, it's not that bad. Any kind of discard you want to throw in there too to activate Tergrid, I don't blame you. Duress is always a solid one. Let's take a look at the big board here. 2.5, not that bad. Tergrid is really what's throwing off the cheap curve of this deck. 35, 23 creatures, 18 enchantments, very heavy on the enchantments, 3 sorceries, auras, demigods, harpies, sagas, and spirits, 24 lands. Plenty of land. We could probably run 23, but just to make sure we're getting it, that's fine too. I think I'm going to put, just in case, we're going to put some 2 Castle Locthwains in there just for the heck of it, just in case we need to draw that little extra card. So we look at it on the big board. Basically, we live at 2 drops and 3 drops. Rankle and Tergrid. Tergrid's Lantern is a 4-drop, so really we're really around 1, 2, and 3 4s, and then maybe a 5. So that is what we're going to look at right here. So let's get into the game, guys. Let's see if we can't find somebody to beat up on. Alright, yeah, let's see if we can't find a good matchup here, guys. A little bit of water. Pretty good smooth ramp here. Have I ever told you how crazy it drives me that I don't have premium swamps? I have premium every single other land, full art lands or premium versions of every other land, and I don't have premium swamps. It drives me to distraction, ladies and gentlemen. It just drives me nuts. I wish I did. If they let me buy them, I'd buy them. I'd buy them for a lot of money, just to complete my collection. Oh, he's going to be one of these. He's going to do it on my turn. One of these guys. Don't be like this guy. Just do it on your turn. Just do it quick. If you're not triggering, okay, it's Gruul Adventure. Yeah. We're going to have to Withercrown him pretty fast because these can get out of control very quickly. Because if he double drops it, he's really going to hurt me. No, he didn't double drop. He can just single drop it. At least it's 1 less damage. Okay, he fought the troll. That is... I can't remember who that is. That portrait is, I think it's not Tezzeret. Is it Tezzeret? No, it's not Tezzeret. Who is it again? What's that guy's name? So we're going to hit him with this right now. Nice. This is actually a new brew, which I'm actually interested in. He's running out of bullets pretty fast and not doing that much damage to me. So we'll see here. No blocks. So we're going to have to hit everybody with all kind of stuff. Alright. We're going to get 2 cards from his Brushfire Elemental dying, which is nice. He's going to Bone Crush it, but that's okay. It's still going to trigger. And it still did damage to him. So there's Bone Crusher. We're going to put down Demon's Disciple. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, unfortunately, he out-triggered it. I would have liked to get 2 card draws off that, but we'll see. I'm going to put down him. I'm going to put down him. We do have another Withercrown in stock, ready to go here. I knew it was Gruul Adventure. It's a little modified Gruul Adventure, which I appreciate. Some new cards in it. So new cards are starting to filter out. Okay, so we are going to Withercrown him, and then we are going to Death Dwell. Hateful Eidolon, and Hateful Eidolon. Death Touch, and Menace. And then we're going to go in. Oof! We make the life totals even again. You're going to sacrifice it. Nope, he's going to take the damage. He's going to charge it up. And he's out of there. Yep. So from rags to riches there, guys. That's what we want to look for. You just eventually just weigh them down. It just becomes just too much to... you just weigh them down, basically. So... good game, guys. Let's find another one. He saw the arc of the game, what it was going to look like incoming. This is a little bit too mana heavy and a little bit too enchantment heavy. I'm going to mulligan this one. This is a little smoother. We're going to get rid of Tymaret. I'd rather have Nighthawk Scavenger and Hateful Eidolon out. Okay, Hateful Eidolon. Next turn we can deadweight somebody, and then the turn after that we can Nighthawk somebody. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to deadweight him because this might be a ruin deck, and we don't want that. And we're gonna draw an extra card here. All right, it's another Mire's Grasp. Excellent. So next turn we're gonna put down Nighthawk unless we need to Mire Grasp somebody again. The card draw from Hateful Eidolon certainly helps accelerate this deck. Stesnian Champion. Yeah, Stesnian Champion, unfortunately, has got to go the way of the Buffalo. This is probably a Rune enchantment deck. There's Tymaret. We can go in again. So we're really denying them board state here, not letting them trigger and trigger and trigger, which is very useful. Another Stesnian Champion. So we're going to put down Nighthawk right now, because next turn hopefully we'll still be able to cast a Stesnian Champion to shut down... okay, Okay, it's Transcendent Envoy, so it is going to trigger once. So if I get Lurrus out, I will be able to kill some stuff, or at least shut down Stesnian Champion to the point where it's not very... Yeah, this is a Rune deck. But we'll be able to... We should be able to... We should be able to handle this. I'm not too worried about it. Alright. No blocks. I'm going to let him get that 3 in. We did have a little pool of life ready to go, so we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we are going to... we're going to Mire's Grasp. We might as well make it work. And we're going to get that card draw. Alright, and we're going to get that life. Heliod's Punishment, okay. All that glitter's really going to pump him up now. Very nice. Very nice. Really going to pump him up now. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take away one off Heliod's Punishment. We're going to play Tymaret, Calls the Dead. And we're going to throw away a Nighthawk, put a zombie out on the board, play another Nighthawk Scavenger, and we're going to go in for 4 and use Nighthawk for our blocker. Toski. Toski's a very good card. Ooh, I don't know what you thought that did, but it doesn't do what you think it does. Alright. We already have 2 Nighthawks out, so we can get another one here. I think that I would like to get... Oop, I forgot to take an ability off him. I think I would like to get actual Tergrid out instead of the Lantern. No, I think that denying board state is going to be more helpful. Because he's going to have to get rid of Toski. I don't think he's going to be able to build a board state at all if I start hitting him like this. Spectral Steel, main deck and Spectral Steel. Respect. I think he's going to start seeing the way this is going. He's kind of analyzing his moves here. Rune Crown. So you put Death Touch on him. I don't really care. I want Withercrown, Hateful Eidolon. I already have one of those. I don't need that. So let's start looking at the Lantern here. Discard, please. Thank you. Almost got him out. Untap. Discard, please. Thank you very much. And we're going to need you to do it again for a 3rd time. Thank you. So I'm going to leave a zombie blocker because I don't want him drawing a card. There's Runeforged Champion. He can get some. Toski's a very good card. I think we're going to see more Toski as time goes on. He should have sacked the punishment, but I don't know if he's that good of a player. So he's going to put that rune on Toski. No, he's going to play... Oh, Transcendent Envoy will let him play Toski rune for free. So now that he has Trample, there's no reason to block him. We are drawing a Rune Crown, so it's really not going to matter. I don't want him to draw cards anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to Mire Grass Runeforged Champion. We're going to draw an extra card. Oh, that's actual Tergrid. Okay. So we're going to put actual Tergrid down. Then we're going to hit him with the Lantern. Yeah, we'll take that. We get a mana. We're going to send him in. Him in. Him in. Him in. We'll send a boat at him. He lost a life. He's going to draw a card. Alright. He's in trouble. He's not in good shape right now. Board wipe would help him. No, all the glitters ain't going to help you, homie. That's not going to help. ESP will help. ECD will help. Absolutely, ECD will help. You should have gone for the Lantern, homie. That was the wrong thing to do. ECD was the wrong. That was the wrong play, homeboy. So what we're gonna do? Yeah, he's done. He's done. All right, that's 2 in a row, folks. Long game there, but eventually pulled it out. As you can see, is once you start building that board state of sacrifice and all the things that you get, you absolutely weigh them down. Yeah, he should have gotten rid of the Lantern. The Lantern was the thing that was killing him, not Tergrid. But either way, let's keep it going. Downer made. All right. A little bit heavy on the mana. I think I'm gonna throw this one away. I don't need that much mana. It's a little light on mana, but it's better. I think I'll be able to draw into something. Gorus, how you doing, man? Yeah, we're going to keep this. We're going to throw away the odd man out there. We'll be able to hit the board running here. He went down to 6 too, so not too bad. And he's going to play a tap land, so he'll be a little behind us. Okay, so yeah, that's the 3rd mana that we needed to run properly. Perfect. So, Esper. Okay. I ain't seen Esper around these parts in many a day. So Tymaret with Lurrus is going to be what it is. So Tymaret, then Lurrus. Lurrus will be able to bring out stuff that Tymaret throws away, etc., etc., and so forth. I think we're going to save the Nighthawk. Depends how he plays, too, so. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we'll throw away one Withercrown. We got another one in there we'll be able to play, so. Alright. Please block. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, Esper without Yorion is very strange. This is a very unusual situation we find ourselves in. We're going to decline. We want both of those things, so we're going to decline that one, actually. We're going to put out Lurrus. Might get Counterspell, might get Essence Scattered here. Or Foretold. Nope, we didn't. Might get this Essence Scattered. Nope, didn't get that either. Okay, gonna let the demon out, sure. Zombie attacks. Another Omen of the Sea. Right. A non-Esper Yorion. Who would have ever thought in a million bajillion years? Oh, he left me with Lurrus. That was the wrong guy to leave me with. This actually has a fair variety of cards that are different whatchamacallits, different powers. I mean, different costs. So overall, it's not that bad. It doesn't get Extinction Event too bad. Done. I think he's good for right now. We do have a Withercrown we can bring out if he tries to put out a creature. I'm really not sure what this deck is supposed to be doing. I just don't know. It hasn't really done much yet. Sitting in your excavator. Oh, there's Doomscar. Okay. Still have a pretty stacked hand, so I'm not really worried about that. We also have this. Which is funny. Now he's thinking. He's thinking about all kinds of things. Past, future, the nature of the universe, what it all means. Kexa the Inexorable. Who's he gonna get? He's gonna get Lurrus, probably. There you go. There you go. Just keep throwing stuff at Lurrus. That's what you do. Spend your whole game just trying to get Lurrus. And that's a good idea. That's a smart move. Let's get rid of whatever weird thing he's got going on there. He can hit another exile for Kaya, but I'm not sure if he wants to. probably wants to alt Kaya. Oh, Ashiok. Okay. So it's just board wipe everything until I can get a crazy board state, basically. Yeah, unless I can draw a sacrifice, I'm pretty much doomed at this point. I got hit with an extinction event, a Kaya, extinction event, a Kaya, an Ashiok, and a Doomscar. So I don't know if we're coming back from that one. That is a lot to get exiled and taken away. Like I said, a lot of these no creature until round 7 decks don't work well against the sacrifice. My thing depends on you having creatures. At least something on the board. A mana generator, anything. So, you know. That is a downside. I mean, he could just exile at will now, so he can just bounce and exile at will. So I think we're done here, guys. Because I'm not getting the cards that I need to make him sacrifice, and it doesn't matter anyways. Kai's +1 puts a ghost marker on it or something. So yeah, that unfortunately is the meta right now, where it's mostly just board wipes into late game. You see that a lot, board wipe into late game. So I think it puts a ghost counter on them. It puts a ghost counter, and then if it dies, it goes into exile, and you can cast it from exile. I think that's what Kaya's +1 does, if I remember correctly. It's probably more complicated than that. I'm probably simplifying it because her card reads like a freaking novel, but oh, pretty smooth draw here. Okay. Yeah, we ended up getting matched up against the deck that is basically our biggest weakness, which is a no creature board wipe deck. So got him down close, but him being able to, and we drew a lot of mana too. I think this might have a little bit too much mana in it. I think we might make one tweak. He's gonna bone crush him. Bit of a odd choice, considering that he is more powerful in the graveyard, but he's coming out. He's coming out hot, so sure. He's gonna second bone crush him. Okay. All right. Sure. Why not? I've called a Death Dweller, so I can bring both of them back. If I draw a card, I can Rankle him. Death Touch and Menace. Yeah, that's true. I just, to specifically get rid of one that's going to turn into a demon is a bit odd that you would use that to get rid of that when you know that I want it in my graveyard. I guess if you have more removal, it doesn't really matter, but no, I would rather go aggressive with it. You can do the 4. gain the life back. I'm gonna hit Rankle, sacrifice Archfiend's Vessel, so whatever else he has is out is gonna be basically out of luck. Oh, Imistrum Predator, nice. Nice. Hopefully I can draw mana here, that'd be great. Yes, perfect. Alright. Why? He's indestructible? I don't... He's not hexproof, he's just indestructible. I don't understand. I don't get it. That was a really bad idea. It was a horrible, horrible idea. That was a fucking horrid idea. Oh my god. Terror of the Peaks. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Sacrifice always wins. Sacrifice will always win. Alright, so yeah, we're on a pretty good roll here, aside from Crazy Wide Ashiok, decks, we're steamrolling. Really functions well. Runs very, very well. Again, against those really, really Swiss-watch style, extra complicated, Esper tricky nonsense decks that are gonna board wipe you every 3 turns. Bad hand. This one will do a lot. It'll do a lot. We have 2 Tergrids. Obviously, we don't need 2 of them. It would be nice to have 2 of them, but okay, we can Withercrown somebody next turn. It lets us draw an extra card. Castle Locthwain will come out. Snow, okay. Locthwain. Let's get a little bit of life differential there. Alright. Nasuke. Okay, nothing yet. Okay. Nighthawk. Alright. So yeah, this is when we... This is when we go wide here. He took the damage. If we can draw a mana, yes. He's going to discard or take the 3 damage. Yep. He's going to take the damage. He wants that Jorn out. He wants that Jorn out. Vivian Monster Advocate. Trade a 3/3 Beast token.
I call, and Decoria answers.
He's not going to be happy. Yeah, he cannot be a happy camper right now. Great Henge, I don't even think that's going to help, homie. Search for Greatness, I don't think that's going to help either, Holmes. Alright, block. Another Great Henge, okay. No, he picked Vigilance. He took the damage, so I don't know what he expects now. He's gonna die. He sacrificed that. That doesn't matter. It just made him more powerful. So it's unclear what his goal is. Oh, guess what? Rankle has a surprise for you. Why don't you have a card, bud? My treat. That's how you do that, folks. Alright, Foulmire Knight. We're right on the edge. Should we cut it there? I think we've got a little time. Let's try to make this a quick one. Leo. Let's end on a good note, Leo. That's my nephew's name. A little expensive. Don't like it. Better. Not great, but better. Let's throw away that. I don't know what exactly he was hoping. I guess he just wanted that card. He should have sacrificed it a long time ago, because that ultimately, that taking that 1 damage every turn was not doing him any favors. Alright. Now that I'm going to attack, he's going to hit his... He's going to hit his Fabled Passage. Oh, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Oh, good for you, man. Leo, you have my respect. Even if I lose this game, you have my respect, man. You didn't hit the Fabled Passage on my turn. Well, you still might. I don't know. Let's see. Guten Morgen, Hutzenhock. Mein Friend. Das ist gut. Oh, he hit it on my turn. Okay, he lost a little bit of my respect. He didn't do it on my first turn, though. I'm guessing it's an Izzet. No, it's mono blue. He wanted a blue. He had a Riverglide for a red, but instead he wanted a blue. Okay, so he had one, shattered. He's going to put that down. I have a Deadweight and a Tergrid. He doesn't have any board state yet. He foretold something. Put down Tergrid's Lantern. He can't counterspell it. He's going to have to sacrifice Shadow Spear or discard a card or take 3 damage. I would like him to... Well, I don't really care either way. Alright, let's go in. Pop, pop. Okay, 25 to 12. Death Dweller and Deadweight still on deck here. Let's see what he's got foretold here. I have a feeling it's like... oh, he took 3 damage to get that out. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, he's got no board state. He's in bad shape. This is not a good position to be in. Unless he's got some artifact hate, which chances are he doesn't. He discarded a card. We're going to untap because we don't need any of these right now. He's got no board state, so... he got rid of Shimmerdrift Veil. He's going to take 3, and then he's going to take 3 more. And whatever he plays... So he's going to flash Brazen Bar. Oh, he's going to play it like that. Okay, so that wasn't that great of an idea. I'm going to hit Demon's Disciple, whatever he gets board state with. Okay, Behold the Multiverse on my turn. Still not a great showing here. What do you got? 2 Shatter Skulls. You should probably mulligan that guy. This was not a great mana draw for you. And he's got nothing. He literally has nothing. He might counterspell me. He might counterspell me, but I'm going to put out Nighthawk. He does not want to get rid of Shadow Spirit. Probably going to get counterspelled. I don't really mind. Because I do have Death Dweller. Yeah, I figured as much. And I can send Archfiend's Vessel in. Right. Brazen Borrow is going to flash out. It's not really going to matter, but... hey, kudos to him if he can pull off a victory at this point. This is not a good spot to be in. Got another counterspell. Trying to draw it out. I'm gonna pull his teeth right here. Yep, there we go. Good job, man. Got another one? Let's get them teeth out of your mouth, man. Yes. Let's get them teeth out of your mouth, man. Gotta pull them teeth. We don't need you having no teeth around here, man. Now you're back. Now, congratulations, you played yourself. Frostbite me? Yeah, that's a good idea. Bone Crusher, nice. Tergrid's Lantern. All right. He's not doing good. He is not doing good. This is not a good situation for him. Time to accept the inevitable, guy. The darkness demands its toll. Now I'm going to untap it. Now I'm going to make you sacrifice something else. Just because I'm mean. Because I'm a villain. Got nothing in your hand. Nice. Good work, man. You did it. Transpan Birdman, good to see you, man. Well, that lantern did work tonight, guys. We got it in, folks. That is the sacrifice deck. Statistics on it are pretty good. I'm going to give you the stat rundown right here. As soon as it load my decks. Show me my big black decks. Sacrifices at a 70%, 19 to 8. Pretty good overall, I would say. Not bad. The only adjustment I would make, I might take 1 mana. I don't think it needs 24 mana. So let me see here. I would probably do that. That's it. 61, I think, is going to be. It's going to be an odd number, but hey, that's going to be it. So, sacrifice, that is a contender to go wide. I like this one going diamond. I don't know if it's a mythic contender, but it is up there. I think it's pretty tight all around. I think it's pretty solid all over the place. So definitely recommend. Good win rate. And give it a shot if you want to really go really go wide with it. Definitely. That's going to be it for me tonight. I've been Jay Villain. You've been great. I'll see you all guys next time. The word of the day is flashlight. Bye-bye.